What if I told you one of the men who helped connect two nations was erased from history, even though millions still rely on his work every single day? His name was Cornelius Henderson. Born around 1887 in Detroit, at a time when black engineers were almost non-existent, he chose a path the world wasn't ready for. He pursued civil engineering and entered the University of Michigan, where he became one of the only, and in many cases the only, black student in his program, forced to study in isolation, while others collaborated freely. In 1911, he graduated with a civil engineering degree, becoming just the second black graduate in that field at the university. That should have opened doors. It didn't. Despite his qualifications, companies refused to hire him because of his race. The best offer he received was not as an engineer, but as a janitor. But Henderson didn't stop. He crossed the border into Canada and joined the Canadian Bridge Company, starting from the bottom as a draftsman. And step by step, role by role, he climbed. Stock manager, steel cost engineer, structural designer, until his talent could no longer be ignored. Then came the opportunity that would define history. In 1927, his company was awarded the contract to build the Ambassador Bridge, a project designed to connect Detroit and Windsor. Henderson was appointed chief structural engineer for the Canadian side. He designed the Windsor approach and supervised the installation of the massive steel framework that would hold the bridge together. When the bridge opened in 1929, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. A structure that would go on to carry over a quarter of trade between the United States and Canada. Think about that. One of the most important economic lifelines in North America, and one of the key minds behind it was a black engineer who couldn't get hired in his own country. But Henderson wasn't finished, because one achievement wasn't enough. In the early 1930s, he moved on to another project that pushed engineering boundaries even further: the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel. This wasn't a bridge above water. This was a tunnel beneath it. One of the first underwater vehicle tunnels connecting two nations. Henderson supervised the construction of the massive steel tubes that protect the tunnel from the pressure of the river above. Imagine the precision required, the risk, the pressure, building beneath a river, linking two countries, with far less technology than we have today. That's not just engineering, that's mastery under pressure. Over a 47-year career, Henderson worked on bridges, tunnels, railroads, factories, and buildings across North America and beyond. He wasn't just part of history, he helped shape the physical world people move through every day. And yet, his name is barely mentioned. No major textbooks, no widespread recognition. The structures remain, the legacy stands, but the man behind them fades into the background. This is how history often works. The impact stays visible, but the identity disappears. As Carter G. Woodson once said, if a race has no history, it has no worthwhile tradition. Cornelius Henderson didn't just build steel and concrete. He built connections between cities, economies, and nations. And he did it while fighting barriers that had nothing to do with ability and everything to do with race. So here's the question. How many things you rely on every single day were built by people you were never taught about? How many innovators were erased because their story didn't fit the narrative? And how different would history look if every contributor was actually remembered? If this is your first time hearing his name, say it, Cornelius Henderson. And if you believe pioneers like this deserve recognition, drop a flower emoji and share this story, because history isn't missing. It was hidden.